Hey everyone, it's Suey here, and we're going to continue on with our Every Book in the Library videos today, and we're going to do this lovely shelf that's crammed full of award-winning books. There's like mostly Newberries, maybe some Prince Awards, and maybe some Pulitzers. Did I say it correctly? Jessica A. And I don't know what else. There might be some other random awards in there, but mostly those three. And I'd like to separate them out just to see what I have of the award-winning books. And I think there's a few that have gotten shelved back in the main stuff, but a lot of them I separate out just for the heck of it. Yeah. So we have this shelf, and I think there's some more over there. We'll see in a minute, but so we'll just go through those real quick. They're not even in any order, right?
No.
The Shipping News by Annie Prolux. Would you say Prolux?
Prolux.
This one I haven't read. It won the Pulitzer.
Pulitzer.
I'm going to say it wrong every time. I know. Okay. And when? Does it say when? Or is it just the year it got published? 1993? I don't know. Anyway, I had great aspirations of reading this one because I heard lots of things about it, but I just haven't done it yet.
If it's a 93 one, doesn't that count for a Pioneer prompt?
Oh, yeah. It's a prompt for the Pioneer Bookstore challenge, but obviously I saw it somewhere for real cheap and just grabbed it because I'd heard so much about it. 1993. Keep it out. Lonesome Dove. I think that there's somebody doing a read along with this on somebody's channel. Is it MJ? But I read this one years ago and absolutely loved it. So all you people who are reading this with everyone, look forward to a great, fantastic, crazy saga. This one, the Pulitzer. I don't know when, but let's see when it was published. Okay, 1985. 1985-ish, I guess. Anyway, and I just remember it being made into this crazy miniseries. And then I read it after that. I don't think I watched the series, but I just remember it being kind of a big deal. So I really, really liked this one. Yeah. We have The View from Saturday by E.L. Konigsberg. This one's really good. This one's a Newbery, right? Newbery Medal. In 1996. Well, so that's the thing, is it was published in 96, so it might have gotten the medal the next year. But, you know, I just want to give ranges here of years just for the fun of it. I don't remember a whole lot about this book, but I just know it's really good. Why is it so? Are you laughing at me? Newbery Honor Book, The Evolution of Calpurnia Tate by Jacqueline Kelly. Pretty sure I got this at the Scholastic Book Fair. I can't remember if I read it or not. Why is it so hard for me? 2009. Calpurnia Tate. Did you read this one?
No.
This one would be one that I would need to go look up in my lists and on my blog to see if I've written about it, because I just don't even remember. The 21 Balloons. This is an older one. Newbery Medal. 1947. So there you go.
Wow.
Classic, right? For sure. I have no idea if I've read this one. I feel like I would have, though. Despero. The Tale of Despero by Kate DiCamillo. A medal winner. In 2003. And, oh, that's a year too.
Is it?
Pioneer Book, one of the challenges is has reading a book from all the 3 years. So 2003, 1983, 1993, 2013. A lot of the challenges do have reading medal or award-winning books too. So Jacob Have I Loved by Catherine Patterson. This is a Newbery Medal. And I do remember reading this one when I was a kid. This one is 1934.
I read that when I was in like 5th grade.
Did you like it?
I don't really remember much about it.
I don't remember a whole lot either. I know I've read it, but it's one of those ones you need to read again. Messenger by Lois Lowry, which is part of, oh look, and it's signed. Lois Lowry is a
I have all these ones too.
is a author event that was quite interesting. She is ornery, an ornery little old lady. But I have been to a conference where she was the keynote speaker, and her keynote speech was amazing. So she was fabulous. But she's not a very personable person in a book signing situation. Let's just say that. But she writes these amazing books. Messenger is isn't it part of the Giver? Yeah, these three kind of go together. And the Giver won the medal, and these other two I'm guessing are honors. Doesn't have a thing on it.
I think you just put them together because they're a series.
They might have won something though. You think? I just kept them together? I don't know. And there's Gossamer by Lois Lowry too. And that's not part of the series though. Number of the Stars won the Newbery Medal, and the Giver won the Newbery Medal. So Lois Lowry section, I guess. I have The Sun up on.
Really short book.
Yeah. I have the Sun, which is also part of this world, I think. It's up on my shelf upstairs to read. Walk to Moons by Sharon Creech. Newbery Medal, 1994. One's good. Also The Wanderer, which is a honor, it looks like. 2000. Do we have any more by her that she won? It's interesting that some of the same authors end up always winning the awards. The Hero and the Crown by Robin McKinley. Oh my gosh, this is so good. What did it win? It's not a one that has a cover on it. We should have our Google up or something. Pretty sure it won something. 1984.
Is that just like a copy before it won something then, probably?
Yeah, I think so. The Legend of the Blue Sword Begins. The Hero and the Crown. By the author of the Blue Sword. The Legend. I don't remember how the order of those for sure. Anyway, this is really good. The Secret of Nim. I can never say that one. Nim. By Robert C. O'Brien, winner of the Newbery Medal. This is one of the books that I think I told a story in my video that I did called The Evolution of a Reader, when I had like my dad's cousin. I didn't really know this guy, but he was a librarian, and he made a list of books for me to read when I was like 11 or 12 years old. This one was one that was on that list. We'll get to some more of those. Julie of the Wolves. Julie of the Wolves was definitely on that list, and I loved this one. This one was crazy good for me. Julie of the Wolves by Jean Craighead George. This one I don't really remember that well. 1971, 73, yeah, Newbery Medal. These were the new books when I was a kid. The 100 Dresses. This is a teeny little book. It's almost like a short story, huh? Can't believe that this kind of thing can win a Newbery Medal that's just this short. 1944 on that one. Here's a National Honor Book Award. Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. This was fairly new. Because of Winn-Dixie, Newbery Honor by Kate DiCamillo. She wrote the other one. What's the other one that she wrote? Oh, Despro. Yeah. Okay. We should put those together, huh? Susan Cooper, The Dark is Rising. Newbery Honor. I forget how this series goes. Do you not remember either?
I haven't read it.
Then we have Beverly Clary. This is a Newbery Medal. Dear Mr. Henshaw. And here's an honor one. Ramona and Her Father. And I bet you she has more than just these ones. 1983. This one is 1975 on the Ramona one. I remember loving this one.
Me too.
Al Capone Does My Shirts by Jennifer Choldenko. This one was 2004. And then there's another one after this one too.
Al Capone Shines My Shoes.
Shines My Shoes. I think I took this and read this when we went to Alcatraz.
Really?
Yeah. I think I did. The Tombs of Tuan by Ursula Le Guin. And this is part of the Ursi series, I guess. The Ursi cycle, it's called. And this one won a Newbery honor. I would have think that these books were older, a little bit older kid than Newberry's. But. And Rules by Cynthia Lord, Newbery honor. Complimentary Teacher's Edition. Interesting. I probably got this at a Scholastic Book Fair. Our Only May Amelia. I loved this one. Newbery honor. Jennifer L. Holm. Out of the Dust. This one's a great one. A Newbery medal by Karen Hess. Karen Hess. These ones are all a little bit newer because they were while I was doing Scholastic Book Fair. 1997. Actually, I don't think I was quite doing it then, but almost. Princess Academy, Shannon Hill, Newbery honor. She is a local author that we met several times. Did we get this one signed?
It's to me.
Yeah. As for Tori, who I met when she was a wee one.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Because you were just little, I guess. How old were you when we did this? We met. Oh, this is a great book, though. Love Princess Academy. And then Lily's Crossing, Patricia Riley Giff is an honor book. Ginger Pie, that's a medal, a Newbery medal by Eleanor Estes. This is a dog one, right? 1951, there's another fairly old one. Savvy, Newbery honor, Ingrid Law. I remember reading this one.
It's a fun one. It's a fun one.
Just your day. 2008. Okay, so this is another one of those from the 70s, I'm guessing, because that was when I got it recommended to me by that cousin in 1967. So it was a little bit older. It was a little bit older then. 70s. And this one's really great. Did I say what it was yet? From the Mixed Up Files of Mrs. Bessel E. Frankweiler by E. L. Konigsberg. The same one that wrote A View from Saturday. Joey Pigsa Loses Control by Jack Gantos. Newbery honor. 2000. The Blue Willow. I really hate how some of these have these yucky stickers right on the front. That I must have got for 50 cents. And why did they have to put 2? Newbery honor book by Doris Gates. Blue Willow. I bet you that one's pretty old. 1940. Sarah Plain and Tall, winner of the Newbery Medal. That's a teeny little one too. By Matricia McLaughlin. 1985. Island of the Blue Dolphins. One of the best books ever. Winner of the Newbery Award. Newbery Award winning classic. This one was published in 1960. So good. The Bridge to Terabithia. Another great classic. Newbery Medal winner in 1977. Newbery Medal winner, The Higher Power of Lucky. This one's a newer one, right? Susan Patron. So we've kind of got a little range here, and I love that. It would be nice to have all of them, but I just have this little range. 2006. It feels new to me. Shiloh by Phyllis Reynolds Naylor. Newbery Medal winning 1992, it says. Here's another Island of the Blue Dolphins. Who knew I had 2 of these?
Why do we have 2?
Who knew? Where did it go? How did I get 2? I don't know if I can give up one for the stack of duplicates. A dupe, as we call them in the library business. Okay, When My Name Was Keiko by Linda Sue Park. I actually loved the other book. I think I've read this actually. Just can't remember it. The other one, A Single Shard was one of my favorite books that year and of all time also. But I would love to reread it.
Is that one a winner, or is it just there because the other one was?
I'm not sure.
Because it says at the bottom that it's for the other one.
Yes, I'm not sure if this was an actual winner or if it's just... We'll have to look into this one. I'm putting it aside. Putting it aside. Where's the aside pile? Right there. The Slave Dancer by Paula Fox. 1973. The Whipping Boy.
There's two of those.
By Sid Fleischman. We have 2 Whipping Boys. Why? How does this happen? This one's 1986. Should we get rid of one of those? Which cover do you like best?
I like that cover.
This cover?
Yeah.
It's funny. Okay, I think we probably can get rid of that one. Let's put it in the stack. We have 2 Because of Winn-Dixie's too. It's already over here in the stack. This one's an honor. Mr. Popper's Penguins. I loved this book. I think when I was a kid. What's the date on it? 1938. Yes. So it was around when I was a kid. Loved it. And the Westing Game by Ellen Raskin.
I kind of want to reread that.
Winner of the Newbery Medal in probably... Is this one a newer-ish one? 1978.
I read that one when I was in like 3rd grade.
And you loved it? Mm-hmm. Skellig by David Almond. I love this author. This is a great one too. This is a Prince honor. And I know I read this one, 1998. The Black Cauldron by Lloyd Alexander. Oh, look, this has my grandma's name in it. So I must have inherited this one somehow from her. How did that happen? 1965. We must have got this one from a library sale because it's a library bound kind of book. Honestly, Katie John by Mary Calhoun. 1963. Olive Kitteridge, winner of the Pulitzer. Still has a Costco sticker on it. I hate that. By Elizabeth Strout. I think this is one of those books that I bought because I'm like, oh, I should read this book, and then I never read it. It's like feels brand new, like it hasn't even been used at all. One of the best books of the year. Should totally read it. On My Honor, and it's an honor book by Marion Dane Bauer. 1986, that one. And then Tuck Everlasting.
With Rory.
With Rory on the front. 1975.
That's one I've always wanted to read, but I have never gotten around to it.
Maybe you should read it.
Maybe I should take it.
Angle of Repose by Wallace Stegner. Pulitzer Prize. This one is so good. Wallace Stegner's really good. Yes, I remember being very, very deeply involved in this book. True Believer by Virginia Ewer Wolfe. This is a National Honor Book Award winner and a Prince Honor winner.
Wow. Look at that book go.
Lots of other honors on the back here. Did I say this one yet? The Accidental Tourist by Ann Tyler. All the Light We Cannot See. I did read this one. Pulitzer Prize. Anthony Doerr. Plain Song by Kent Haruf. National Book Award. My mind is blanking on most of these. They really must have made a huge impression on me. A Northern Light. Yes, I loved this one. This is Prince Honor by Jennifer Donnelly. I love a lot of her books. I do remember this one. The Amazing Adventures of Cavalier and Clay by Michael. How do you say his name? Chabon. That's a really good one. This one won the Pulitzer.
Isn't that a movie?
Did it? Maybe they made a movie. What I Saw and How I Lied by Judy Blundell. A special $3 value. National Book Award. I feel like I got this one at Barnes & Noble on there. But I don't remember if I read it. That one looks like it would be short and easy. 2008. Put it aside for a challenge, perhaps. I loved this one. Octavian Nothing. Traitor to the Nation. The Astonishing Life of Octavian Nothing by M.T. Anderson.
Part 1 and Part 2.
Part 1 and Part 2. This one got the Prince Honor, and this one got the National Book Award. Volume 1, Volume 2. Yeah, these ones are really good. So we have a couple more over here on this shelf. Long Way from Chicago by Richard Peck. This is an honor, and it's March 2nd, 2010. This was one of the very first author signings I remember going to, and it started a flurry of finding authors and going to their signings. Brandon Mull was one of the first ones too.
Yeah, that's the first one I remember.
We realized he was at the library, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's like huge. And so we went and met him and got it signed. Here Down Yonder also. This one's an honor, and this one's a medal winner. I love these books. And we had him sign them to you.
Mm-hmm. I read them.
And I remember, I don't know, he was fun. I just remember thinking it was just crazy. Louis Sakar's Holes. I love this book. And it won the Newbery Medal in 1998.
Oh, that's almost a year I was born book.
Yep. And Lizzie Bright and the Buckminster Boy. Buck is how you say it? Buckminster Boy by Gary D. Smith. Honor, Newbery Honor, and Prince Honor. Can you get the Newbery and the Prince both?
It was really good.
I really thought Newbery was like more for YA. I mean, for middle grade-ish, and Prince was more for YA, but maybe this is kind of a crossover. Interesting.
And Schmidt got the Wednesday Wars, too.
Wednesday Wars, Gary Schmidt. This is a Newbery. Newbery Honor. That one's great. Here's an older one, Cricket in Times Square by George Selden. This is an honor too, I guess. So some of these books I got at Scholastic Book Fairs, but this one's 1960. But not the one I ran in the 90s and the early 2000s, but the one I went to as a kid in the 70s. Miracles on Maple Hill, Newbery Medal winner by Virginia Sorensen. I feel like some of these would be so boring right now. 1957. Is it really that good still? I feel like books have changed a lot over the years, huh? What wins awards and what doesn't. The Witch of Blackbird Pond. I feel like there's somebody I know who comes to book club who says this was what got her started reading. Who was that?
No, it was an author.
Or is it an author? It's an author that raves about this one. This is a Newbery Medal. Yeah, somebody talks about this one all the time. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can't.
Can you remember who it is?
There's someone.
1958.
No, it's someone that we've seen recently. Yeah, there's someone that had to read it for school, and I also read that one for school.
And then she was like...
Or are they in book club? No.
It's going to bug us now. Ringer by Jerry Spinelli, Newbery Honor. He writes awesome books. Abel's Island by William Stegg, Newbery Honor. I feel like this is a really old one too. I probably got it at my own book fairs. 1976. I feel like it would be older than that one. When You Reach Me by Rebecca Stead. I love this one. This is so good. Newbery Medal in 2009.
We met her too. That one's signed.
Is this one signed? Oh yeah. To you.
Yep.
They're always to you.
It's because I was the age when we were going to these things.
And I love this one. This is the Caldecott. The Invention of Hugo Cabret. This is a beautiful book. Told only in pictures. Oh.
Not only.
I mean, there is some random words. That's right. There's random words, but mostly pictures. If you guys aren't familiar with this one, you should go find it and read it and buy it and have it. Then I have the whole Boxcar Children set. This one was huge in my life, but when I was a kid, I didn't realize that there was a series. I just knew of the first one, which it blows my mind. This book, I loved it. And why is it over here? Because did some of the others win? It doesn't have any metal on the front.
Even the first one?
Maybe the first one won something. Homeless Bird. This one blew my mind too. And National Book Award winner. by Gloria Whelan. I loved that one. And Each Little Bird That Sings, National Book Award. Crispin by Avi. Newbery Medal. I loved these ones too. We have a sticker with his signature on it. And I think that's all for the actual things we've gathered separately to put on the shelf that have awards. I would love to have a shelf of all Newbery Award winners and just have all of them. So it looks like I have quite a few from certain eras and certain years, but obviously not all of them. But I feel like I have a pretty good range from really old to fairly newish. And it's fun to see, like I said, fun to see how the books have changed over the years. But it'd be cool to have the complete library of Newberys. And I would like to reread some of the ones that I read back in the day and have forgotten all about. I think I'm going to do some of those that I pulled off. Yeah, we'll see. All right, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I have on the shelf for award-winning books. Hope you enjoy this tour of the shelves. Be sure and check out the other videos I've done of the YA section and the classic section. They are up right now, and then we will be doing the fiction section soon. Happy reading. Bye.